How long is this movie?
It's like an hour and 16 minutes.
Hour and 16 minutes.
So, okay. All right.
I mean, I'm
Drink that bottle, Rachel.
I've literally got it sitting next to me.
So I would say let's do 15-minute chunks for this one.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just remembering the days of the old Stevecast where we'd produce like this 3-hour epic.
They were pretty epic.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll do
we can
15 minutes.
let's ease back into the Stevecast. We got to lube it up, ease back in, and then we can go hard and raw later on, Steve. So.
Fair back.
So glad I already started recording.
Okay, is my audio sound okay on your end?
You sound good to me.
That was so adorable the way you said that. You sound good to me.
Sounds good to me. Baby Oopsie. Oh, fuck.
Okay, well, I'm ready. I'm not hosting this. This ain't the Matt cast. This is Stevecast, so I assume, Steve, you're hosting this.
Why?
I'm just a tech, okay?
Give us a countdown, Steve, and let's go.
All right, you guys ready?
I feel like we've already begun.
Oh, God. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 1 of the rebooted Stevecast. I am Steve. Here with me is Rachel.
Hello.
And last and definitely least, Matt.
Oh, it's already starting early.
Yep, we're starting early. So let's talk about what the Stevecast is for all of you out there who have never heard of this before. Stevecast is a show with a stupid name where we watch a movie in chunks. So we are going to watch a movie. I agree
that the name Steve is stupid.
It is. It's definitely, there's too many of us in the damn world. We're going to watch a movie in chunks. We're going to watch 15 minutes of a movie, pause, come back, talk, discuss our thoughts about what we just saw. It's probably going to be crap. Break again, go watch another 15 minutes, lather, rinse, repeat. What this allows us to do is discuss a movie as it's happening, but without talking over it. Someone else talk now, because that is the Stevecast in a nutshell.
Yeah, so obviously during the 15-minute chunks that we're watching, none of us are going to be communicating with one another. Rachel's in California, Steve and I are in separate abodes here in Lincoln, Nebraska, and we won't know what we're talking. I mean, when we come back, Rachel might say, "This is the greatest thing I have ever seen, and I love every minute of it."
And she will.
And I might just quit and leave the show. You don't know what could happen when we come back, so that's kind of what we're doing here.
Well, what are we watching? You haven't said what.
Oh, God.
Does it really matter?
Well, for people who want to play along, right?
Yes, that's true. That's true. What are we watching, Steve?
We are going to be watching Baby Oopsie.
Peekaboo.
Guaranteed to be an epic adventure. One of the newer movies from Full Moon, a brand that all of us have fond memories of. Maybe not within the last several years, but fond memories growing up. So I believe, is this Baby Oopsie supposed to be like the demonic toys character?
Did you not? Are you trying to tell me you did not do your research before the Stevecast? Because that hurts me. That hurts me.
Oddly enough, I wasn't willing to spend any additional time on Baby Oopsie.
Yes, this is Baby Oopsie Daisy from Demonic Toys, a solo film as Charles Band. Chucky, as I like to call him, we're good pals. Chucky likes to take various dolls that he's created and create entire franchises out of them. I'm still waiting for the Jester franchise. Whenever that comes, I will probably be well, I won't say what I'm.
So what I'm hearing is you want 75 minutes of Jester sitting on a shelf doing nothing while the rest of the puppets
spinning his head and stopping on random facial expressions. That's what I want.
So here's the thing: if I haven't seen the Demonic Toys films, is there a lot of canon that I'm going to be missing out?
You are missing out on the Full Moon cinematic universe. How could you expect to understand?
I'm a little ashamed of myself.
Crazy story
now.
of Baby Oopsie without having seen Demonic Toys or Demonic Toys versus Puppet Master or Doll Man versus Demonic Toys. This is technically a part 4, Rachel.
Is this really a part 4? I mean, I feel like
I don't fucking know.
Oh,
Well, Steve, remember, Puppet Master vs. Demonic Toys was created by Sci-Fi, and that is not technically considered canon. Charles Band had nothing to do with that one.
Universe.
Not considered canon, but I digress. Now, what I wanted to do here is I recently went through my entire comic book collection, and I actually own, from when I was a kid, there was a comic book store called 4-Color Fantasies in Redlands, California, and my mom took me there, and on the shelf was Eternity Comics. That was the publisher of it, and it was Demonic Toys #1, and I have that, but I couldn't find it before the show. But I'm all in on this. I'm invested. I am very familiar with the Demonic Toys franchise. Not as good as Puppet Master. Let's not be crazy here. You know,
how could anything compare to Puppet Master?
Exactly. But this is, I feel like this is going to be good. And I might eat my words, but I feel like this is going to be a good
prediction.
Good movie in an entertaining sense. I think we will laugh a lot. So that's my prediction.
Yeah, it's not going to be. I don't think it's going to be as good as the recent Puppet Master movies where they're fighting the Nazis, like Axis Rising or whatever the hell those were.
Wasn't that our first Stevecast?
That was one of the first. With Kamikaze, the puppet, and Bombshell. Is it all coming back to you now?
Yes. That was our first trauma bonding
The old
experience.
Stevecast started with a Puppet Master movie. It will return with a Demonic Toys film.
And I'm curious
if that's an upgrade or not.
I'm curious if we're going to see any of the other Demonic Toys in this. Are we going to see cameos? Are we going to see like Jack Attack and all of these? I'm curious.
Yeah,
I can't wait to find out.
Since this is presumably about a woman creating Baby Oopsie, this is probably a prequel, so maybe the end of it is going to lead into the first Demonic Toys.
Maybe. And Demonic Toys is on Tubi as well, I believe. So, Rachel, you're going to be drunk as hell by the end of this, and you're going to love it so much, you can run right back in. You can be like, boom, we're putting up Demonic Toys. This is so great. I'm going right into Demonic Toys. And you can watch it right there.
Stevecast double feature, I can already tell.
Starring Tracy Scoggins.
But we encourage the listener to follow along with us. Baby Oopsie.
Singular, the listener.
Baby Oopsie is available for free on Tubi. So,
you can just say Jody, by the way.
Yeah. Hi, Jody. Feel free to fire up Baby Oopsie on Tubi, watch it in 15-minute chunks with us, pause, and I would say resume the YouTube video, but you probably won't want to. But, if you're feeling up to it, follow along. This is sure to be an undertaking.
Let's do it, guys.
All right.
It's
Are we
time.
ready to fire this up?
It is time.
Okay. I will see you guys in 15 minutes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
Ugh, I regret this already. Welcome back. I have managed to drink 2 glasses of whiskey.
Oh, good. We're going to have super drunk Rachel by the time this is over.
Why does every second of this movie so far seem like it's about to turn into the most upsetting porno?
No part of this movie made me think porno.
Really? Yeah, me neither.
Just testing you, Steve. Just testing you. All right. Well, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We've watched the first 15 minutes of Baby Oopsie, and we're going to toss it over.
Rachel's got 2 drinks in her.
2 drinks in. Steve, you are basically our scribe. You are the one that's focused totally on this, taking copious notes here.
Yes.
What's been going on so far in the first 15 minutes of this movie?
Yeah, I really liked the opening of this movie. I liked all of the shots of the creepy dolls being restored and clothing being made for them. They're being painted and having blemishes removed. And then humans showed up, and it was downhill from there. So the story is about Sybil Pittman. Is that her name? Did I get that right? I think that's her name.
Yep.
I'm calling her Sybil. Sybil runs, she hosts a show about doll restoration. At first, I was getting public access vibes from this, but later on, someone mentions it's an internet show.
Hello, doll enthusiasts. It's me, your hostess, Sybil Pittman. Welcome back to another episode of All Dolled Up.
but she
That shit would slap on TikTok. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
go for
I'm
it.
just saying.
We are looking for new content for Outpost Unknown, Steve.
Yeah,
so if you
anyone
want to
out
get
there
involved in
wants
something like
to restore dolls for our YouTube channel, contact us, reach out. We will pay you absolutely nothing.
this, outpostunknown@gmail.com.
Yes, thank you. She hosts a show about doll repair and restoration, and if she stopped there, it would be fine. But then she has the dolls get married while other dolls watch, and she sprinkles rice on them. But in the middle of her show, her mother starts yelling at her to go answer the door, and this mother character, she just treats Sybil like shit. Go answer the door. Where's my beer? Make me a sandwich. Where's my breakfast? You're a piece
Kind of like
shit.
hanging out with
Your
you guys.
dad's piece of shit. Yeah.
Whoa!
Wow. Wow.
Too far, Rachel. We don't want the public knowing this kind of secret.
The Stevecast could be a two-man show, Rachel. You're here because we let you be here.
Thank you for providing a perfect example of my joke. Thank you.
Well, what's weird about this mother character is she's yelling at Sybil off screen for so long that I thought she was meant to be like a voice in this character's head.
That's what I thought too. That's
It's
why
weird.
I
Like,
initially
Matt,
thought.
you are a director, air quotes. Would you ever have a character?
I hate you.
Would you ever have someone in one of your films deliver this much dialogue from off camera before revealing them?
No.
Well, you're not as good as Charles Band, then.
Well, I mean,
Who is?
what I will say with this before we move on, what I will say so far is I was actually a little bit surprised on the quality of like the cutting back and forth. Like the editing quality was pretty good. I'm not going to say the actual directing, filming wise was great, but I was a little surprised. I've seen a lot of Full Moon stuff lately, and this looks like they were at least attempting a higher tier, a higher caliber.
The gritty comeback for Full Moon.
It could be. It depends on how the rest of the next hour of this movie goes. Yeah. So far we have no dolls that are alive as of yet.
Well, yeah, as of yet, as far as we know. But anyway, so Sybil's mom shows up, treats her like shit. Sybil goes and answers the door, and there's this creepy postal delivery person who's like, yeah, I delivered this to you personally. Lots of Porsche pirates around here. I watch your videos in bed every night.
Scenario number one.
Yes, and Sybil is not having this at all. But in the middle of this, for seemingly no reason, I'm assuming there's going to be some sort of payoff for this. A Girl Scout knockoff called the Unicorn Girls.
Excuse me, Miss Pittman. Would you like to buy a box of Unicorn Girl cookies to help kids get school supplies?
Shows up and offers to sell cookies. And
Porn
Sybil's
scenario
like,
2.
Did you see the box?
Porn scenario.
box
This
looked
girl's
awesome.
like 12, Rachel.
I didn't say it was. I said it was the worst porn. The worst porn.
What exactly are you admitting to here on the Stevecast?
I'm just saying there are formulas.
Anyways, Sybil has this like vitriolic reaction to the Unicorn Girl Scout and like yells at her, I told you to get the hell away. And so the girl runs away talking about the scary woman chased her away. And then Sybil just shuts down creepy postal worker. And then she goes and makes her mother some sandwiches.
Quick,
Sure.
Steve. Do either of you also, like me, find Girl Scout cookies and trying to sell them obnoxious as shit? I hate it when Girl Scouts try to sell me cookies. Absolutely despise it. Or is that just me?
That's your misogyny
I'm
showing.
slightly less dead inside, apparently, because I enjoy a Girl
I
Scout
hate
cookie.
it. God, it's so annoying. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Anyways,
it's a me
let's-
thing.
Just gonna
You should
edit
see,
all
like-
of this out. Rachel has weird porn things going on. Matt hates the Girl Scouts.
It's all. This is the Stevecast. It all goes.
This is the
down.
Rachel cast. Welcome to episode 1. Anyways, so there's Sybil and her angry mother who treats her like shit, and in walks a girl who I guess is renting a room in this creepy house that they're in. Is that
Porn
what's happening
scenario
here?
3.
Probably like maybe it's
You
like a
are
basement,
really
Steve.
hooked on porn right now, Rachel.
Yeah, Rachel's got like dual monitors up, and she's looking at something else while we're watching this movie, I think.
Is there a Baby Oopsie porn parody? And if not, Rachel, you need to get on that shit. But
Right?
maybe cast a unicorn girl that's of age.
I mean, if you insist. We're just trying to cover all our bases.
Did you guys notice that when this I guess the renter and the mother and Sybil were all in the same room together during the scene, I am 100% certain that none of those actors were in the room together at the same time when they were doing this dialogue.
You want to have some lunch with us? Sybil will make you a sandwich.
Oh, no. Thank you. But Teddy's coming over. We're planning our trip to Cancun.
Oh, how fun. Well, our house is your house, darling.
Thank you. Okay, well, you two have a good one.
You too, sweetie. Toodles.
Yeah, because they're not in the same shot. The only time you actually see it is you see
Right.
from behind the mother's head when Sybil smacks her with a mallet, but you never see the face of that person. I don't think any of those actors were actually there.
This is something that an air quotes director would pick up on, but us normies would not.
This is what I bring to the cast, everybody. Congratulations. Expect more of this in the coming weeks.
Yes. So the renter, who I didn't catch her name, she seemingly has this very nice life, and aside from the fact she rents a room in this house, because the mother seems very envious of her, very much, you're one of the family, you and everyone else, you're always welcome here, blah, blah, blah. Basically the opposite of how she treats Sybil. And Sybil has violent fantasies because as soon as the renter leaves...
Porn scenario number 5. Wait, what?
Jesus.
See, now you get it. Now you got it.
All right, so
Matt would
here's what I am
understand.
getting. For Rachel to be satisfied via porn, it has to have a creepy mailman, a Girl Scout, and a renter who is apparently not related to you.
I mean...
Did I check all the boxes there?
I mean, I feel like it's the beginning. It's a good start.
So what else happens? Sybil
There's a doll-making montage.
Yeah, doll-making montage.
That's a cool montage. I'm going to say that legitimately. That was a pretty cool montage, how they put that all together.
Oh,
I will point out, though, that did either of you guys notice there is music basically playing through this entire opening 15 minutes.
Director, air quotes. I didn't catch that.
There's like no moment in which there's not some sort of music being played, whether it's rock music or some weird sort of like how do you describe like
sort of like tinkly sort of music box
like a music box. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, like music box sort of stuff. And there's some. It's not Richard Band. I looked. Richard Band did not do the music for this. Charles, great, fantastic composer brother, but you could tell that they were kind of aping some of the Richard Band sort of stuff too. So. Constant music throughout this whole thing.
We've been talking for 10 minutes here, and we haven't even actually mentioned Baby Oopsie yet. So let's talk about how Baby Oopsie makes it into this film.
Let's do something. Let's do that.
So the creepy postman, per Rachel's fantasy, delivers a package.
Do not yuck my yum. We're not kink shaming on the Stevecast.
I am kink shaming. So creepy postman / fantasy material delivers a box to Sybil, which inside is like this burnt and desiccated and stapled head of Baby Oopsie. So I was thinking this was like Baby Oopsie's origin story, but apparently Baby Oopsie has already been out there because someone has sent Baby Oopsie's head to Sybil with presumably the goal of having Sybil restore Baby Oopsie. And I got to tell you, there's a scene where she's trying to clean Baby Oopsie up, and like the voice box in the doll still works, and just out of nowhere it goes, "I worship the devil.
I'm friends with the devil."
And I laughed out loud at home. So far, I am into this movie.
Yeah. Okay. I did like the quote when she's talking to the mystery woman who is renting.
The traditionally attractive person in this movie.
Okay. The renter, where she's talking to her.
Sybil would like a word, okay?
She's like, well, dolls aren't like people. The only thing they need is love. They won't betray you, be mean to you. They won't give you violent thoughts. I love it because you see the reaction of the other actress, and she's like, "What the fuck?"
I like to think that wasn't in the script, and she was just genuinely caught off guard.
Well, here's my question: are we supposed to feel sympathetic towards Sybil at the beginning here, because she was clearly shown being like pretty aggro towards that underage Rachel, unicorn girl scout. Are we so? And that's generally not something that would garner sympathy with the audience. But then she's also supposed to be. Feels like she's supposed to be sympathetic towards her.
Yeah, I think we're supposed to be sympathetic and understand that if she's got issues, it's because of her shit-ass mom, who she fantasizes about smashing in the head with a hammer at one point.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Any chance we could name the show Unicorn Girl Cookies?
That's fine. I think it's going to be Unicorn Girl droppings at this point.
Stevie Poopening or something? What was it? You had a name for it I was on board with.
I said Stevecast 2 Electric Stevie Poo.
That's it.
Ridiculous names all around. Anything else? Are we ready?
So Rachel, what are your thoughts? You've watched the opening 15 minutes. You got quite a bit of alcohol inside you. What do you feel?
Quite a bit of porn going on in your head.
Listen, I have to entertain myself somehow. Although, to be honest, I don't know if it's the uncle nearest speaking, but I'm very entertained by this movie so
Charles
far.
Band has done it again.
I mean, trust the master. You gotta trust the process. He knows what he's doing.
Okay, well, let's watch the next 15 minutes. Let's make sure he's still on the right track, and then we will be back with more commentary on what happens between minute 15 and 30 of Baby Oopsie.
So professional. Hold on, wait. Where did I'm a little drunk. Okay.
And that's an example of being unprofessional right there.
I mean, I like to believe it's one of those sort of WB castings where she looks 12 but she's really 45. Again, no kink shaming on the Stevie Boogaloo or whatever the hell this is called.
Okay.
Bye!
I keep a hammer in my nightstand, just in case you're thinking of pulling any fun. Funny enough for you, Mitzi?
So, is this the Citizen Kane of Demonic Toys movies? Is that just
let's
me?
toss it over to Steve. Let's toss it over to Steve.
Well, the movie's kind of all over the place, oddly enough, in this bit. So what's happening? Sybil is the object of desire for a lot of, I'll generously call them undesirable men. Ray and the creepy postman might have 7 teeth between the two of them. She also has a horrible job at a call center, which, hey, I get it. Prior to getting to the call center, she gets mugged by a couple of guys who, at first, she pulls out some mace and hits one of them with it. And I was like, fuck yeah, get him. But no, that was just another one of her violent thoughts. She immediately pulls out her wallet, which apparently contains her bus pass, and hands it over to the guys, and they run away. So she's late for work, and her asshole boss, who is appropriately named Karen,
I love this
basically
boss.
Takes Sybil, grabs Baby Oopsie, who Sybil brought to work with her, goes in the office and is just tearing Sybil a new one, telling her what a fuck up she is, how proud Karen is of her key to excellence that she has on her name tag. She basically tells Sybil that, one more fuck up and you're fired. And then Sybil has another violent thought where she imagines poisoning Karen, which of course doesn't happen. Karen, go for it.
Can I point something out real quick? I'm on IMDb because I love this actress who played this boss.
Late again. That's 2 times in 6 months.
I was robbed.
Mm-hmm. And the company was robbed of having enough operators this morning.
I thought she was absolutely awesome. She's not listed in the IMDb credits. There's nobody named Karen in here. So either Charles Band said, we forgot to credit you, or she requested to not be associated.
What score does this have in IMDb?
100, or they're lying.
Let me hit back. We got a 5.5
higher
out of
than
10.
I expected, but you know what? It needs to be higher. So another plot point that kind of randomly shows up is apparently Sybil's dad has died, and people think she has money now due to some sort of inheritance. and that's the reason the two muggers go after her. They're certainly not living like she has a bunch of money, but that is apparently what people think. So this segment was just kind of spent lining up presumably future victims, the muggers, plural, Karen, the angry boss. Who else did Sybil hate during this? Clearly she still hates her mom.
Wait a minute. You've missed the most important part. We got Baby Oopsie
We're not
coming
there
to
yet.
life.
I thought you meant the
End
sex
of the
scene.
segment.
Oh, okay.
That's fine. Talk about it, Matt. Go for it.
Okay.
It's your fucking show now. It's
No,
the
I don't
goddamn
want to.
Mattcast.
No, I mean, you yelled at me, so I don't want to talk.
All right, so
go
after-
ahead, Steve. I'm
sensitive,
sorry for
Steve.
stepping on your
After
toes.
Sybil gets chewed out by her boss, gets attacked by the muggers, it seems like people are sending her bits of Baby Oopsie like in the mail, like one at a time. She tries to restore Baby Oopsie, and it just starts having a fucking fit. Real creepy with the eye movements from Baby Oopsie here. But then she realizes that
Yeah, he's starting to look a little like baby burn victim.
which I'm gonna Google that. That's got to be a thing.
Baby burn victim.
Inclusivity.
Maybe I should cut that.
No, we're leaving that in. Everything Rachel says, we're leaving it in.
So you know when Sybil's like holding the baby up to her shoulder, and you get those creepy over the shoulder shots of the camera looking directly at the baby as it's making those weird eye movements. The only thing, like, whenever I'm watching these, I'm cursed because I'm like, I could make this cooler. I just kept thinking, like, wouldn't it be awesome if like the baby started like tongue started flicking out of its mouth and like moving all around? I'm like, that would have been really creepy. I don't know what that says about me, but that ups the creep level.
Director Matt.
They Director Josh. I don't know who this Matt guy is that you're talking about. But yes, it could missed
definitely.
opportunity.
So she's getting mailed parts of Baby Oopsie. She tries to put Baby Oopsie together. It doesn't work. Then she remembers that she was sent a gear in a separate envelope. A gear with a pentagram, and she puts that in Baby Oopsie, which I didn't realize baby dolls had so many mechanical parts. Maybe I'm just dumb. But she puts the pentagram gear in, and that brings Baby Oopsie to life. Baby Oopsie's, "Yo, sing to me, mama. You're so pretty, mama," kind of lulling Sybil.
No, Steve, say it in the voice of Baby Oopsie.
No.
Direct him, Mathew.
I'm trying. This is how he is, Rachel.
Director.
He's always very difficult.
For Baby Oopsie,
He won't do
mama.
it.
Is that what you wanted to hear? Are you good now? Are you good?
Yes. No, you're gonna do it more than that tonight.
We'll wait and see if Baby Oopsie throws out some more quotable lines.
Ringtone.
See you next Tuesday. Tuesday, right at the very end.
You fainted. I thought you might need a few minutes before we
Yeah,
started
so
again.
Baby Oopsie, after coming to life via this pentagram gear, tries to start, playing nice with Sybil. But when Sybil falls asleep, Baby Oopsie's like, "Oh yeah, finally this C-bomb is asleep. I can go fuck shit up." And that's where we paused it, so we don't actually know what Baby Oopsie is about to do.
C-bomb.
Okay, potential new name for the show.
The C-bomb.
The
That's
C-bomb
gotta be a
show.
thing. Gotta be a thing already.
No.
Okay, so a few things that I noticed throughout this 15 minutes. I'm pretty sure now, like you, Steve, I sort of empathized with Sybil during the call center scene because DJ and I, we used to be telemarketers, so we had to deal with this kind of stuff, and I really empathized with it. I'm pretty sure the coworker next door, or like that was sitting right next to her, was like, "The ejaculator is looking for you." Like I'm pretty sure she said that, and I was like,
I'm just
Maybe
saying.
this movie is more
and they
corny
never
than I'm
followed
thinking.
up.
Homebody Household Customer Service, how may I help you?
You know what? You assholes double billed me for that salad spitter I ordered. What the fuck?
The Dragon Lady was looking for you.
Hello? Hey, moron, you there?
May I have your customer code, please?
You all mocked
Well, they never
me,
followed up.
but-
So we did get a sex scene. Sybil was kind of creeping on generically attractive cast member and her generically attractive man. Did you guys notice the best thing that actor did? So the guy who, we get side boob, we don't get like full nudity or anything like that. So I don't consider that.
It's
that doesn't
100% of boob or it's 0% of boob. But pick one.
Yeah, side boob. No, that just means you have like a no nudity clause. That's not a thing. However, what I love the look on the guy's face. So when the mother shows up and the mother's like, keep on going, blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, can I join? They cut to the couple on that couch or whatever. And his face, he's just like, yeah, come on. It was so great. It was so great.
If one of us is going to say no, generically attractive girl is going to have to say it first, because he was willing to entertain the thought.
Let's go up to your room.
Can I join?
What do I have on my notes here?
Notes?
Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, of course I've been taking notes. There was a fart. They put a fart sound effect right before I guess she has her sort of, I don't know, like Patrick Bateman-esque, I want to like murder this person sort of moment. There was a strange fart sound effect that happened. I was
Verisimilitude.
Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, that's an interesting choice. Overall, though, I liked Karen. Her award was the key to excellence. I thought that was real nice. Evil Corporation. I'm so sorry you're you. I really am. It can't be easy. That was fantastic.
Oh, Sybil. I'm so sorry you're you.
And the reason why that was fantastic dialogue is because at a certain point in my life, I would have said that to someone. So I'm like,
was that point
I'm all
5
in.
minutes from now?
It could be. It could be. Very well could be. I'm all in on this. God damn, I'm all. Oh, other thing I brought up on my notes. I can't stop talking about this movie. It's just so awesome. The other thing I was mentioning was like, okay, so the first segment I said, are we supposed to feel sympathy towards Sybil? And we're like, yeah, we're supposed to feel sympathy towards her, even though she was mean to the unicorn Girl Scout.
She had it coming.
Now that, so we have this gummo looking dude who clearly is like, on one hand, I'm like, yeah, I want that guy at arm's length, if not longer. But on the other hand, he's coming across like trying to be nice to her, and she's still being mean to this guy. So the film is establishing everybody in her world is just an asshole to her. But the people who are at least attempting to be nice, even though they are like, from Steve's area of the South, they are like, I mean, she's mean to them as well. So I don't know.
Matt. It's a treatise on human nature.
Look,
I'm sorry you can't engage with the material.
Is this written by like /r/r/nice guys, people on that Reddit? Like, this is, she's interacting with the douchebags and shitting all over the people that are nice to her.
Attempting to be nice to her. So I am finding difficulty finding sympathy with
Sybil. Is a
That's
fucking
me personally.
queen, and you could never touch the hem of her skirt.
Well, all of the guys that are pursuing Sybil are not.
I still don't feel sympathy for her, though.
She is an anti-hero. She is like the Mad Men character of this. She is the bad, what is it, Breaking Bad of this show. She's our anti-hero. You're just not ready for it because it's a woman. Work on yourself.
Yes, so I'm all in on this. Rachel, what are your thoughts on this segment?
I said it before and I stand by it. Citizen Kane of Full Moon Pictures. The greatest film.
No, quick question. Steve and I have always been huge, much to the chagrin of our good friend Jeff, have always been huge fan of the Full Moon, like killer puppet movies and all this stuff. Where are you on sort of your love of that sort of subgenre of horror? Have you immersed yourself in the subtleties and the nuance that is the greater overall puppet universe? Or is this something like, okay, I've seen Dolls a couple times, and this, I mean, how well versed are you?
I would say I'm like somewhere in the middle. Like I definitely am not like deep in the lore like you. I'm not starting like a fan blog. I would say I'm not quite normie status because like they definitely played like a big role in my like childhood horror fandom. At slumber parties, The Full Moon Picture was a very frequent watch. Am I slurring? I feel like I'm slurring.
Yeah. I love it. Keep drinking.
I did too.
Responsibly.
So I got a question. Do we think Karen is going to come back? Because this whole segment seemed to be...
Oh, yeah, it's a wrap.
It seems like this whole segment was...
They're all going to die.
Victims for Baby Oopsie, but now I'm concerned that the IMDb doesn't even credit Karen. Did she just disappear?
I know. I'm very concerned because I want more Karen in my life. Not gonna lie, she was awesome. That actress.
I feel like
great.
the final act of this thing is just going to be a fucking bloodbath, and I hope Karen is.
Now we should point out, Steve, that you and I have actually met Mr. Charles Band. You know, he's like the George Lucas of this universe.
Charles
He is
Band
the creator,
is
of all of this stuff.
Bengali.
He is an incredibly problematic fellow. And what's interesting to me is if you ever go to Charles Band's YouTube channel, he's got like 50 of them, and I don't know why. It's just like different channels all over. But he used to do this really creepy thing. Like we witnessed in full view his Titty Master segment. Like
that is potentially
that was
uncomfortable.
Are they boobs that? Are they puppets that look
like
Rachel?
boobs?
Or was he like?
Let me.
Rachel, you don't know Titty Master?
Story.
You don't know what Titty Master is?
All right.
Okay,
so
you
we're
do it,
at
Steve.
Charles Band's Traveling Roadshow, which conveniently the trucker trailer full of stuff is not there, and so he just basically gets on stage and tries to entertain people. It was never there.
It was
I don't
never
know that
there at any
we
festival.
saw this twice, and he never had his stuff either time. Anyways, he calls 2 people. I think it was 3, but only 2 of them are relevant to the story. He's like, he's on a stage. There's like 1,000 people out there.
That's someone that third person is crying right now.
Rachel, I just want to let you know, Rachel. Right in about 3 or 4 minutes, you're gonna change your entire outlook on
cancel
Mr.
Charles Band.
Okay, I'm ready. I got my stamp. They hand about to all the feminists.
He's on a stage. There's like 1,000 people, out. I think this is outside. He's like, hey, I want 2 or 3 people to come up on stage and act out a scene from a new movie that I'm doing. And so he gets this creepy guy and a couple girls. One of them is not important to the story, but the main girl is. So he tells creepy guy and main girl, all right, I'm going to set the scene, and when I tell you go, you're going to act it out. But first, I want to show you the trailer for this new movie. And he on the screen behind him, he plays this ridiculous trailer for a fake movie called The Titty Master. Pause.
Now pause real quick. These are just random people who are at the convention, like just actual convention goers. This is not like actors or actresses he's bringing in.
Is this a full moon specific event? Because I feel like that would self-select.
Yeah, well, he does this thing called the Full Moon Traveling Roadshow. So when he goes to conventions, part of the convention itself is like, hey, I'll do this whole ball and the show thing up here. But he gets all the quote unquote actors to act out the scene from volunteers in the audience, just average convention goers. So these girls come up on stage not having any idea as to what's about to happen.
Yeah,
so keep that in mind.
Your mind is probably telling you exactly what happened. Anyways, so he plays the trailer for Titty Master, and he's like, all right, creepy guy, here's your role. You're just going to freak out. You're going to start losing your shit. And so the only thing that can cure you is seeing titties. Go. And so the guy just starts freaking out. And then he points to the girl who had no idea this was coming in front of 1,000 people. And he's like, all right, the only thing that can calm him down is titties. So when I tell you to go, you show him your titties. Go. And so now she has a choice. She can.
Does she though? The coercive nature of a room full of.
She can disappoint everyone there, or she can show her titties, which she had no idea she was going to be asked to do. Guess which choice she made, Rachel?
Oh no!
Cell phones are out, hundreds, if not thousands, of them in the audience. So and everyone's egging this girl on to show her boobs, and she had no idea that this was going to be a thing.
That's Charles Band.
That's what he does,
and we love his movies.
Why must you take the joy from everything?
You want to know.
I did. Me and Uncle Creepy Nearest are very sad. I'm going to cry.
Yeah, Charles Band is, and that's why I'm kind of, getting back to the side boob thing in this. This is why I'm kind of confused, because if you look at his YouTube channel, he has YouTube videos where he's talking about full moon stuff, and he just has naked girls flanking him.
Okay, so I feel so validated in my every moment of this. Feels like it's about to turn into a porno theory. You all mocked
it could,
but that energy is there.
The side boob makes me think it's not going to be a porn.
That I would want to see that from so far of all the people in this movie.
I mean, open your mind. You never know. what it may unlock in you. Like, you
Free
might be
your
like,
mind,
I am
and the rest
Ray
will follow.
sexual. Like, you don't know.
Ray sexual. Wow.
You don't know.
You can be
I'm just
as
saying.
sexual
I do,
as
though.
you want with Ray. Feel free to have my lifetime supply of Ray. I will not. Be using it.
I'm just saying, you never know when something will awaken inside of you. That's all I'm saying. It may be at minute 32 of Oopsie Baby that you discover new depths.
Okay, so we're ready now.
Oh no!
Baby Oopsie has Sybil is now sleeping, and Baby Oopsie has gone full Charles Lee Ray, and has just left her, I guess, bosom, and has jumped off and is off to go do something. And that's where we kind of paused. Any predictions on what's about to happen?
Some people probably.
I think. Who do we think the first victim's gonna be? My money is on Mama.
I think Mama might be last.
We're building to it.
I think Mama is the one that has the most. She wants to kill her the most. I don't think they take her out that early.
Gotta build.
Thinking,
you need a little.
I'm thinking Ray Ray.
Ooh, Ray.
I'm thinking Ray Ray. Maybe that's who I'm thinking. I'm gonna go with Ray Ray.
Deserve it yet.
Creepy postman or no, like the little jabronis
the
that
muggers
were attacking her on the street.
I'm going with the muggers. I feel like they're gonna get it the most.
I'm going to Ray Ray. Where are you going with, Rachel?
I think it's the two like mugging jabronis. I think it's a wrap for them.
Okay. All right. Well, we are gonna watch the next 15 minutes of this brilliant piece of cinema, a masterclass by director William Butler, who not only directed it but also wrote it.
Ooh, an auteur.
Auteur, not Artur. Drink some more, Rachel. Drink some more.
I would rattle my ice, but it's gone now. It's just booze.
Okay. We are going to start this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
Hi, Mama. I'm Baby Oopsie. Oopsie.
Well, I'll be damned.
All right.
Welcome to the motherfucking metaverse.
Is Matt here yet?
Oh my god.
Oh, guys.
This is just getting better. It's better. Like, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We have officially entered the metaverse. Steve, I'm going to toss this over to you. Give us a little rundown of, what is this, 30 through 45 minute mark of Baby Oopsie? Okay.
So Baby Oopsie is on the loose. I'm a little disappointed that they cheaped out on a bunch of animation and just had a bunch of first-person footage with Baby Oopsie's loud breathing and commentary over top of it.
Yes, Matt was awoken.
I am now woke.
Yep. So baby, like we
Pants
expected,
are off.
Baby Oopsie began killing all of Sybil's enemies. Rachel and I were right. He first targeted Gator, who was one of the muggers that robbed Sybil early on. Now, I'm very jealous of Gator because he was getting to play the Puppet Master game that is coming out.
Yes.
Allegedly,
yes.
right? When does that fucking drop?
What are you doing, you stupid asswipe? Nice move, newbie shitbag.
It's supposed to drop for free sometime this year on Steam, which means that is prime Outpost Unknown.
We will be playing the shit out of
there.
that. Cannot wait. Very jealous of Gator.
It's gonna be so broken.
Don't care. Had Puppet Master. So Gator gets strangled to death with a USB cable, and Baby Oopsie eats a chunk out of his face.
Wait a minute. You forgot a part. Right at the very beginning, when Baby Oopsie sort of, first starts running around, she runs into Annabelle. She says, "What are you looking at, bitch? Conjure this," and beats the fuck out of the Annabelle doll.
What are you looking at, bitch? There's a new sheriff in town, sweetie. Conjure this.
Annabelle's stupid.
I mean, come on.
Just saying. Not as good as Baby
Hot
Oopsie.
takes on the Stevecast.
So he punches Annabelle in the face and then also goes and kills Gator, and then he comes home and decides, is this actually Sybil's mom? Because Sybil keeps calling her like by her first name, like Mitzi. So maybe...
See, that speaks to the relationship and the disconnect between the two of them. So
anyway,
either that or Steve screwed up at the very beginning by calling her mom. We just assumed that Steve was right.
I could. That sounds
maybe
like
she's like a
it's more on you.
stepmom. It could be a stepmom situation.
I don't know.
She's talking about your dad. Like, there's been no men around here, which feels like a super burn on the creepy postman and Ray Ray. That's cold-blooded, Mitzi.
So
there was another sex scene with generically attractive renter girl. Anyways, Matt, is it more annoying now we've had 2 sex scenes with her and nothing but side boobs?
Yeah, she's been doing some riding twice.
I'm just enraged by her righties, like dual tribal tattoos. Like I was too distracted by that. I don't know if there was even boobs in this scene.
There was not.
There was not. And when she was on her back, the actor's arm strategically covered her breast. So once again, she's you know, and it didn't even make sense. That sex scene was just out of the blue. It was like 2 quick scenes intercut with all this other shit, but they only lasted like, I don't know, 3 seconds long each shot. It was bizarre.
I want to pause the specific Baby Oopsie commentary for a minute. I want to point out that this movie is 76 minutes long, and you got to assume 3 or 4 minutes of that is credits. So, yeah,
at least 10 minutes. So that's
4 to 5, 10 minutes, whatever. Anyways, it's just barely long enough to be considered feature length. And I feel like every time there's a movie that is just right at that line,
it's a masterpiece.
Yeah, no, they had. I feel like they had 30 minutes of actual movie, and then they just padded the rest of it.
Like, we can just heavy breathe and first person cam the rest of it, so it'll be fine.
Second sex scene is absolute filler, and what I thought was going to happen, spoilers, Baby Oopsie came back and killed Mitzi.
It's like 5 seconds of filler, Steve. It's not, I wouldn't, like, if that sex scene was, a minute long, I would consider that filler. That was like 5 seconds. It was like 2 quick, super quick thing. It's kind of like the titties that were on the computer screen. It was like 2-second shot. It's bizarre.
There's a lot of 2-second filler then.
It's very strange.
There was a weird... that scene didn't make any sense, though, because here's what I thought was going to happen. Baby Oopsie comes home and kills Mitzi / potentially the mom. I don't know. And so...
I like that scene, by the way.
Yeah.
Chopping the nose off and the blood spraying all over.
Great.
Yeah.
But I was a little worried after Gator's death. I was like, are they going to leave us with bloodless boners? No. Mitzi, definitely.
Yeah.
No! For the nose job you always wanted!
Got her nose chopped off, lots of other things, hits Sybil in the head with a hammer. Anyways, what I thought was going to happen is, since this sex scene is happening while Mitzi is getting killed, that Sybil was going to rush into the room, and then generic attractive girl and her boyfriend were going to come in and think, oh, Sybil is the killer. And Sybil...
Wait. I just thought of something great, Steve. Sybil runs into the room, and the boyfriend's like, hey, we've been waiting for you.
Oh.
Huh?
Oh.
Huh? See, that's what I would do if I was air directing this movie. I would add stuff like that. It would only missed opportunities. Missed opportunity cast.
Yeah, we need the Outpost Unknown recut. Fan cast. That's what we need. Yeah.
That's what you should do, Matt. You should start taking other people's shitty movies.
Josh.
Matt,
His name
Josh.
is Mathew Cloister.
Take other people's shitty movies and then release the Josh edit of it.
Yeah, give us the Mathew cut.
Get the
did it not
now,
sound
well, I will
like,
say,
did it not seem like they were going to set it up where generic girl and boyfriend were going to stumble upon Sybil and think, Sybil, you're the killer, and Sybil was going to have to fight off that charge?
See, that's what makes it good.
It was not there.
Zigs when you think it's going to zag.
That's how we got The Last Jedi, by trying to zig when you should have zagged.
Right. The greatest Star Wars movie of all time. Correct.
You're done. Fired. You're done. How do we? Oh, she's recording. We can't kick her off. We're stuck with her, Steve. Now, what I will say to your point, Steve, is the sex scene, and I know we're really hyper focusing in on this. I have ADHD, so we're hyper focusing on this sex scene here. What I don't understand she had like no idea that people were screaming and hollering and anything like that. It's like,
like
it didn't make any sense to be where it was.
Banged through a woman getting murdered, and this woman's daughter / friend / roommate stumbling around like it.
She can't hear the screaming of the other people because of that. They really
focused in on the guy banging his hand against the wall. Was that the purpose of the scene? Like he can't hear the noise of the murder when he's banging his head or banging his hand on the wall?
I think what the scene is about is the circle of life, right? In one room, someone is dying, and the other one, new life is being formed. It's beautiful. It's poetic. Yeah.
Okay. That touches me in the right place.
I feel like this was actually just shitty.
I like
acting.
it. I like that. I like that. I will say I love the voice of Baby Oopsie. I think it's hilarious. It has that great sort of Brad Dourif Chucky sort of vibe to it. It's like you could tell it's kind of what they were going for. I love the vulgar nature of the dialogue.
That bitch, Mitzi.
It's
Mama, no, Oopsie, afraid of the dark. Let me out of the bag, you fucking bitch.
Patrons can have that as their ringtone.
So far, everything about this movie I am just enjoying thoroughly.
Thought you were about to say
I did too, but I was like, if I say it, they're going to think I'm
and that too. And jerking it too. So enjoying and jerking, the whole gamut.
So we spent the last 10 minutes talking about a sex scene that was in the movie for 5 seconds.
What I was very excited by, we get another full moon metaverse aspect here. She's watching Subspecies. We get a Radu cameo. By the way, I don't know if you guys know, but Charles Band has a new book out, and the new book, I haven't read it yet, but apparently it's about his entire process back when he did Empire Pictures and all the way through Full Moon. It's supposed to be really good from what I've heard.
And
so
all
he does
of the young, innocent girls he tricked into showing their tits.
Well,
Book club.
Are you saying I can't support the book now, Steve? Is that problematic if I try to buy that book? Because I'm supporting
Charles Band.
Cancel Charles Band. Hashtag cancel Charles Band.
So how does this segment... We've been going on for way too long. How does this segment end? So Baby Oopsie kills Mitzi and hides her body by hiding her behind a wall of dolls with just her head exposed and putting clown makeup on her. Baby Oopsie apparently also cleans spotless the entire scene of the crime so that the next day when Ray and generically attractive renter girl show up, there's no evidence of the crime.
Rachel, you have any comments about this segment that you'd like to get out there?
I mean, I feel like we've covered it. I don't know.
Okay. All right, well then let's tee up minutes 45 through 60, the penultimate segment here of Baby Oopsie.
Yes.
We're going to find out how this all goes.
Sybil has just turned on Baby Oopsie, and now we get to see their dramatic showdown.
Okay,
let's do it. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
Hey, baby.
Oopsie! You wanna fuck with my mama? Not so tough now, are you, fruitcake? So much for your fucking college fund, bitch! Die! Baby hungry! Get a go night-night.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Getting in. Mm-hmm.
We have reached the research montage phase of the movie.
GoNoodle.com. All right, so we learned something about Baby Oopsie. Baby Oopsie says that he needs to kill in order to stay
I thought you were going to say he likes
basically,
golden showers, but okay, that's fine. We'll go with what you said.
That was not a golden shower, but maybe your experience is different
I'm just
from
saying.
mine.
Rachel's mind is all over.
Yeah.
I mean, Rachel.
Mm-hmm. This narrative that you've created.
This narrative that you're reinforcing every time you speak. Anyways, Baby Oopsie needs to kill to continue to be alive. So that begs the question. If you two had an evil murder doll that would kill your enemies, no questions asked, how many would die? Because obviously you're going to take that deal.
Ooh.
I can't say that number on the show.
I'm not a mathematician.
My name is Josh Nunn. I'm a good person.
Matthew Cloisters strikes again.
Lies. So this was just like a murder montage. Baby. So first they go to get Karen.
Okay.
I do.
I was disappointed. I was super disappointed with this Karen death. This is probably the first time I've been disappointed with this
with Charles Band.
With Charles. I was like, okay, the actress playing Karen is awesome. I was really, really excited to see something cool, and I thought they were going to show like her entire face melt off or something. No, like that was a lame death.
Yeah.
Come on now, that was a lame death.
Sybil gets fired because she shows up late again, and then
all the coleslaw incident. Don't just smooth over the coleslaw incident.
Coleslaw is disgusting. Matt, coleslaw is disgusting, correct?
Oh, you want to hear a funny story? So,
no.
quick. Okay, go for it.
No,
Continue.
I want to hear it.
Tell us your coleslaw story.
Oh, you want to hear the funny story? Okay. So, when I was probably like 14 or 15 years old, it was Thanksgiving dinner in Aurora, Nebraska. And the whole family was there. And we had a giant buffet line of different types of foods that all the different family members had brought, right? Now, there are two things that I absolutely cannot stand on this earth, and that's coleslaw and potato salad.
Well, you're like anti-condiment in general, right? Yeah.
Pretty much. I like ketchup.
Okay.
I mean, I can do some ketchup,
Adventure.
but you know, it has to be separate from it. It can't be touched nothing. It's confusing. It's confusing. Okay, I am a unique individual. I admit it. So we're sitting here at Thanksgiving, and I'm going around, and I got my plate completely full, and my mother says, "Take some of that coleslaw," and I'm like, "No, I don't want to. Eat it, Matthew. You're going to eat some of that coleslaw." Why, Mother? I have my entire plate. It's completely filled with everything. It's got stuffing. It's got ham. It's got turkey. It's got buns. It's got everything on it that a growing man needs, right? She's like, "You're going to eat that, Matt." I went up to my mom like, "Mom, if you make me eat this, I'm going to throw up. And I don't want to throw up." "Eat it, Matthew." Okay. Slops it right down on my plate. So we sit down at the table. I got, probably, over a dozen family members all around this big, big table. I eat through all my food. I'm just sitting there. And my mom looks at me. She's like, "Eat it." And I say, "I'm going to throw up." "Eat it." So I'm like, fine. Stick it in my mouth, swallow it, barfed all over the table in front of my entire family. And as I'm barfing, I say, "See?" And my mother never had me try coleslaw again.
I feel like you are capable of a protest barf. Like, I feel like that is in your person. You could, barf at will to prove a point.
Well, I mean, it was mortifyingly embarrassing to me.
That also segues into how Karen died.
All right, yes.
Karen. So Karen dies. Baby Oopsie decides to, goes full, I'll swallow your soul, Evil Dead, and barfs all over Karen, and I guess it's supposed to have melted her face. There's some CG smoke,
there's some
a little
CG
bit,
smoke, and her face starts turning red. But
this is Boba and the Sarlacc pit all over again.
Happens. I was expecting. True. I was expecting there to be a shot where it's supposed to be the next day, and they find this bloody skeleton of what's left of Karen. No, they never went back. She gets barfed on. Some CGI smoke pops up into the scene, and
another need for the Blathy cut.
Was so disappointing to me. Another missed opportunity. And when we do our final reviews of this, I know this is what's going to keep me from putting this on the upper echelon, because Puppet Master didn't do this shit. Puppet Master gave you what you wanted to see,
which was Kamikaze.
I said the Puppet Master, the original. Okay, move on.
Anyways, so Sybil starts this segment trying to fight off Baby Oopsie. Baby Oopsie is like, let me kill for you, let me kill the bad people, and Sybil's like, no, not doing it.
How does Baby Oopsie say it, Steve?
"Let me kill for you, Baby Oopsie needs souls to remain animated. Get me out of this fucking bag, bitch." Baby Oopsie will kill you next. You can't resist the power of darkness.
Love it. I love it.
Anyways, Sybil gets fired. Sybil gets fired.
I'm crying over here.
which makes her accept the deal with Baby Oopsie. And so Sybil takes Baby Oopsie back to her ex-employer. Baby Oopsie kills Karen in a stupid way, but at this point, Sybil is all in on Baby Oopsie. So there's like a montage of Baby Oopsie killing various people, like the other mugger. But then Baby Oopsie tells Sybil, let me kill the bad people for you. And Sybil's like, okay, well, I'm done. We killed all the bad people. But of course, that doesn't work for Baby Oopsie.
Who's a classist.
Baby Oopsie needs to continue to kill. Baby
Oh
Oopsie
my god! I didn't even cross
She's
my
like,
mind.
bad people, that includes gardeners.
Baby Oopsie wants to kill the goofy gardener. You're next, bitch. So Baby Oopsie wants to kill good people, and Sybil's like, no, and that makes Baby Oopsie turn on Sybil. And that's where we're at now.
Yeah, and Sybil has just brought up Go Noodle, and she's looking for killer puppets. And Killjoy was there was a Killjoy cameo. Yeah. When all the photos pop up, there's some full moon different killer puppets on there when she Google search or Go Noodle searches killer
Movies
puppets.
for the fans, okay? Like if you are not a fan, you can't truly appreciate the artistry that's being presented.
This is like close to Spider-Man No Way Home level for me.
yeah.
I mean,
Wait a
come
minute,
on.
which one came out first?
That's true, which one? Now, the only thing that could like really bump this over the top is if we actually saw some other full moon puppets in this, because we have not got that yet. We've got like a video game. We've gotten some Go Noodle searches. I'm gonna look that up. Go Noodle.
Would you accept a
yourselves
demonic toy, or must it be kamikaze adjacent?
I would accept a demonic toy, because that's in the same franchise, and we are right here at the moment when she's researching and finding out the backstory of what happened in 1992.
I love this.
By the way, I just went to Go Noodle, and it's a kids site here.
So is it about toys?
GoNoodle.com, is that what this is?
Yeah, Go Noodle. GoNoodle.com. I don't exactly know what it is. Kids are like, I don't know.
Topics: adventured weights, Chowtown, flow and steady, bop and bop, or pop and bop, the great outdoors. Let me see what other options are here at Go Noodle.
Next spinoff.
Express yourself. Pet House, Friends Forever, Sports and Teamwork, the great outdoors, and STEM Lab. Activities and routines. Is there an about? There has to be like an about. Curriculum. Oh, it says educator login.
You know what?
So
We
this
forgot.
is like some teacher's website.
A tradition we have not done on this episode is we have not been just direct tweeting like any of the cast members.
Oh,
Steve!
I forgot all about that. We have to tweet somebody.
God. All right, IMDb.
Yes.
Cast. There's hardly anybody on there. There's
Is it Mitzi? Is it Sybil?
Libby Higgins?
Is it Gator? Who?
Mitzi. Okay, yeah, Mitzi, Lynn Acton McPherson, Tree Star is on here. Marilyn Bass.
So I need you to tweet Tree Star and say, "Did you know?"
I don't have a Twitter.
Why not full titty? Hashtag
no.
Baby
How about we
Oopsie.
don't do that? That sounds like a terrible
Do we need to make
idea.
like a Stevecast Twitter? So it's not directly connected.
I don't want any of this to be able to get traced back to me.
It's going to be like Weavecast.
Yeah, we have to find somebody. I wish. See, the IMDb doesn't say like who did the voice for Baby Oopsie either, because I was looking for that. I was like, who did the voice? We're gonna have to watch the end credits because we'll get their names at.
Do we actually have
every minute of the runtime?
Yeah, so we are now officially at the last part. There's 16 minutes and 6 seconds left, so we'll just fire through the entire rest of the thing and come back. Any predictions? So right now, Sybil is now trying to figure out how to stop Baby Oopsie, and she's doing her research. How do you guys think this is going to end? Rachel, we'll start with you
I will
first.
say the very, very end, like, because we're dealing with the universe, like, there has to be a Marvel post-credits, right?
It's got to be a stinger. There's got to be one.
I think what's going to happen? What's going to happen? I think Sybil is going to think that she's defeated the evil, and then along comes a character that I definitely know because I'm familiar with this universe. So
maybe she kills Baby Oopsie, or at least contains it or something, and then gets another box in the mail the next day, and it's the Jack in the Box.
Ooh.
Yeah, because we don't know who's been mailing her this stuff, right?
Point.
I don't think so. It's Ray Ray. It's secretly Scrotum Neck.
100%. 100%. He's gonna open his scrot, and inside out is gonna come the Jack in the Box.
The creepy postman showed up again. The postman asked Sybil out on a date, and she was like, no.
Oh, yeah.
The postman has been bringing everything. You're right.
Yeah, so far, the postman and Ray Ray don't really have any scenes closing out their story.
And this movie is going to have arcs.
Ray Ray and postman.
There are character arcs all over the place in this movie.
But both Ray Ray and the postman don't want Sybil to die, right? Because they both want
she can
her, so it would
recreate
not be
dolls.
in their...
You're right.
Maybe Ray Ray is secretly a devil worshiper.
Maybe. I'm gonna go out of left field here. I'm going to say Baby Oopsie wins, and Sybil turns into a new puppet, and we get Baby Oopsie versus Sybil. Whatever in the next movie. I think that'll be the stinger or something. You see,
I hope they leave this open for a sequel because I need more of this.
It's gotta. They got
I'm
to.
Googling
right?
Baby Oopsie sequel.
I mean, Steve, I know exactly who we tweet. We tweet Charles Band.
Yes!
And just say, what were you thinking without any, story behind that? Just a generic question.
No, we demand a sequel.
Oh, sounds like such a bad idea.
Tell him we'll send him $10 to get the sequel done.
Nor will I get it.
Okay, well.
Wow,
sorry,
Randy.
Listener.
Sorry, Steve. Wow, Steve.
Debbie Downer over here. Okay, so let's finish this up, guys. We got 16 minutes and 6 seconds left of Baby Oopsie. So far, it's been great, other than the Karen death. Let's see if it sticks the landing, and we will start this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Play.
You bitch! Not my little people! Satan will devour your soul!
I'm just going to say it now. Masterpiece.
Okay.
Great film or greatest film? You decide.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have finished Baby Oopsie, all 1 hour, 16 minutes of gloriousness. Steve, this was your selection. We'll throw it to you first. Explain a little bit what happened these final moments here, and then your overall thoughts.
So Baby Oopsie is on a rampage. Sybil thinks that she's apparently just hitting Baby Oopsie once in Sybil's mind is enough to kill it. Clearly that's not the case, because Baby Oopsie comes back with a vengeance, kills generic attractive girl in the bathtub by dropping a toaster in it. Then Sybil and Ray Ray are going to go fight Baby Oopsie, but Sybil does this Evil Dead 2-esque gearing up scene where she's just she's putting oven cleaner and saws and hammers and shit, carrying it on herself.
Shit.
Yep, she's going around. She's going to fight Baby Oopsie. It doesn't really go her way because Baby Oopsie happens to have a tiny baby chainsaw.
I just finished my drink.
And she attacks Sybil. Sybil, what does Sybil spray her with? Spray the baby with oven cleaner?
I think so.
It's
a harsh chemical. You don't want it in your face.
I guess oven cleaner just melts plastic because Baby Oopsie basically starts turning into sludge. Sybil leaves the house, encounters the postman, the creeper again, and he's like, why don't you two just trade these parts back and forth? Why are you mailing them, or why are you receiving them from next door? Spoilers: Ray Ray is a devil worshiper, or maybe the devil himself. He was sending all of the parts to Sybil with the goal of Sybil restoring Baby Oopsie, which he was successful. So evil wins. Sybil is now basically a puppet for Ray Ray and Baby Oopsie, and she continues on with her doll restoration show, which is apparently now a big hit.
And it's going to teach the world on how to build their own evil dolls.
All you need is that.
So presumably it will usher in toy hell.
I mean, I'm just going to tell you, I was delighted that Charles Band, he knows what we want. He knows, he understands that we want an open ending so that we can continue. There's hope for a sequel in this ending.
Well, he knows that that's what we want, and he also wants to make some money, so that's why
I will sit here and flick pennies at him all day. He can give it to me.
He knows that we want this because we tweeted him.
Yeah!
Good.
I'm so proud of you, Steve. You said, no.
Good,
no.
Steve.
Yes.
Good. So now we have a Stevecast. It's at the Stevecast 2. It will be
Follow
our troll
us.
account.
It will be strictly for trolling.
I of course now follow Charles Band and POTUS, the two most important people in my life.
Steve.
Tweet POTUS. Hey Joe, I think you should really
POTUS.
you should really watch.
Okay, yes, you should send that.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
I'll tweet that Rachel wants to know POTUS's feelings on Ray Ray's neck.
You better not.
I want to say I watched the end credits specifically to find out who played Karen. It's a woman named Diane Frankhauser. And I want to say, if you're listening to this, Diane, you were awesome. They did you dirty by giving you a shitty death scene, but you were awesome through this movie. I loved.
We gotta cast her. We gotta cast her.
FR. It's Frank, and then HAUSER. Like Hauser. Total Recall. So this also I thought was interesting. I need to look this up. It said at the very end, filmed at the Full Moon Manor in Cleveland Heights, Ohio. So I'm gonna Google that real quick.
We can rent that, right?
Full Moon Manor.
Like $500. That's probably what a full moon.
Steve, just show him your boobs. We'll get in. It'll be great.
Yeah, good idea. Excuse me. I would like to be in Kitty Master.
Charles Band brings Hollywood to Ohio as he opens Full Moon Manor. He purchased a large house in Cleveland Heights and has converted it to shoot full moon movies there.
How do we get some of that sweet full moon money?
Wow. Okay, I gotta look more into this. He was located in California, in Southern California.
And so many Californians were like, how the fuck do we get out of here?
He's probably like, the taxes are too high. I got to get out. He's like, he got small margins at Full Moon. He's got to get the fuck out.
Baby Oopsie was filmed in 7 days, according to this article.
Like the world was created in 7 days. Baby Oopsie.
And on the 7th day, Charles Band rested.
Equally impressive.
So this article, as an Ohio native who has been a fan of Full Moon pretty much since the company began, it puts a smile on my face to hear that Full Moon founder Charles Band sees the future of his company in Cleveland. Okay, all right. The Akron Beacon Journal reports that Band purchased a 7,476 square foot home in the Cleveland suburb of Cleveland Heights. Band says, quote, "This might just be the answer he's been looking for to keep production costs down and the turnaround fast." He said the cost of real estate and studio rental space is astronomical in and around Hollywood, complicating his business formula. Quote, "I've been looking for another home away from home. You can't even buy a decent garage in a good neighborhood in California for $326,000, the price he paid for the house and property. He plans to rely primarily on Northeast Ohio for the talent and technical wizardry for his future projects." Clearly, we need to move to Ohio. Clearly.
I mean,
let's
do it.
Steve, so I'm going to give my overall thoughts on this movie. I thought this movie, and I'm not even joking around, I thought this movie was entertaining from the jump. I mean, I think this was well worth the watch. I'm glad that you wanted to do this for the first episode of the of Stevecast 2 Electric Stevie Poop cast. I will say, there's a few things in it that I can't quite get it to legendary status because they pulled their punches a little bit. You had no nudity clause, like you're trying to show nudity but not really showing nudity. You had some bad death scenes in here. You had some stuff that just didn't quite jumping over the top of like classic B-movie sleaze
like
that really would have worked.
When they were going to film the Karen death scene, it was like late on day 6 and they were out of couch change, and so they just had to throw in some CGI smoke.
Something, yeah. It's just little things like that that keep it from being like, top tier, S tier puppet movie. But what I will say is I think this is super, super entertaining. The lady who played Sybil was great. Most of the acting I thought was pretty good, like Ray Ray, and like even I mean, I felt awkward and uncomfortable. I think that's what I was supposed to feel, so he conveyed it really, really, really well. I thought the voice of Baby Oopsie was really good. There was just so much to enjoy in this film, but just a few more, touches, and it would have went over the top. I'm not even saying how much I love like the Puppet Master video game cameo. If you looked in the end credits, it says coming soon from October Games. So I'm going to go to their website right now, and I'm going to see if there's been any update.
Be.
But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed this one.
I don't know if it was the alcohol. I mean, it's probably partly the alcohol, but I had such a good time with this dumb-ass movie. I think, honestly, as soon as I saw Sybil, I was like, oh no. This is going to be just wall-to-wall, like, fat jokes, which are just, like, yes, and just, like, not actually that funny. And I was not expecting her to become so, like, awesome and heroic. Like, when she gets her little denim leather jacket, I was like, you're a fucking queen.
She starts smoking and putting on lipstick.
Yes! I don't know. Yeah. I kind of weirdly loved this movie. Like, I come to the Stevecast for the witty banter. I did not expect to actually have a good time with the movie. And you know what? I freaking did. I had fun. And I don't know if it's Uncle Creepy speaking, but I had a good time. I feel like even after, I was worried. I'm not going to lie. Like, it's been years since we've Stevecasted, but I feel like the magic is still here. And I think part of it is thanks to your excellent programming, Mr. Steve.
Oh, yeah, definitely. 100%. I take all the credit for this.
There you go. And that's why it's going to stay the Stevecast.
And I will say that I was very excited when they were doing a little montage of, the history of the demonic toys. That was a thrill. But they showed a bunch of shots of the actual comic book that I own, which I was like, So yeah, this is exactly for fans of the Full Moon Cinematic Puppet Universe. Fuck you, Jeff. It's awesome, and you should get on the trolley because it's heading to Baby Oopsie 2, and I cannot wait. Now, unfortunately, I just went to OctoberGames.com. And the site cannot be reached.
Oh, no.
So, I mean, you guys could check it. I posted the link in there, but for whatever reason, it's not popping up for me. So I don't know if they're dead or if the site's just down or whatnot.
Steve, take to the Twitters. We need answers.
Yeah, is there October Games, on Twitter? Surely they have one. Surely they have one. Surely. Okay, they do have one. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it's on my end now. It's saying Twitter can't be reached on my end. I don't know. Maybe I Matt Nito the internet.
Break the internet?
I don't know. Click the October Games link I posted in there and see if it pops for you guys. Because nothing is loading for me now. But I'm still on this with you guys.
Matt broke it.
You can still hear me.
Or were you never on a call at all? And we've always just been the voices in your head.
I literally just went to ESPN.com. The site cannot be reached, and yet I am still.
This is why we did it, and we did it in this program because I knew it was just a matter of time.
Oh my god! I Matt Nito'd my own internet access somehow. What the fuck?
Maybe the internet was like, you've looked up too many full moon things today. You're cut off.
Here's a question in the Discord. Can you guys see any of the things I've posted? Because everything is highlighted red.
Not a single thing.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh my God! I'm gonna screenshot this and just show you guys.
And not show it to us since we can't see anything you're posting.
Well, I mean, I'll show it to you at some point.
The October Games website is still up and running on my end.
God damn it! Well, tell us, Steve. Do they have any updates on the Puppet Master game?
I see no updates, but I have no idea what's new because I've never looked at this website before.
Okay. So overall, Steve, what are your thoughts on Baby Oopsie?
It was great. I had such a good time with this movie. I went in expecting hot garbage, and I got entertaining garbage, and that's a win.
Keep those expectations low, and you can't do anything but succeed.
And it was, I mean, the filming actually wasn't terrible either. I mean, it wasn't. It just overall, it's just a good time. It's a real good time.
Things I did not expect to say today.
Yeah. Well, you said a lot of things I didn't expect you to say.
Oh yeah. Is the unicorn Girl Scout safe?
Grow up.
Here's the thing. Also, that's another reason that keeps it lower. They should have killed the unicorn Girl Scout. That was a missed opportunity. They needed to kill the kid, and they didn't kill the kid.
You gotta get the DVD or the Blu-ray collector's set, and then you get the extended cut.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna buy this.
Criterion.
Charles Band puts this out on Blu-ray.
Collection.
I'm gonna buy it.
Of Oopsie
Yeah.
Baby.
I'm definitely going to buy this. Yeah.
All right. What do we got left,
do we have any idea what we're gonna watch next time?
No.
Well, Steve, I await.
Unless you want to pick something right now.
I feel like you always have a real. You're the taste maker for this particular
that is a
joint.
Poor decision to give me.
I mean, you
power.
gave us what was the I can't remember what it's actually called because we kept calling it Ragnarok in Your Love Fjord, but there was that Viking one we watched.
Oh God, that movie was so good.
I mean, here's what I think we should do. Didn't we? I mean, forgive me if I'm mistaken here, but didn't we in the past say if there was a win, that person got to pick the next one? They just kept going until there was a miss, and then it became the next person's turn. So Steve is still
I think you're up, my
right?
friend.
No.
You're still up.
You have an eye for this shit.
But thank you, Steve, for this glorious evening, and we can't wait to hear what your next selection is going to be.
Steve, leave. Is he a conscientious objector? What's happening?
Well, here's the thing: do we continue doing Full Moon, or do we just go random something completely different?
I'm willing to go on this journey wherever Steve takes us. Wait, do you want to take us out?
Thanks everybody for listening. Yeah, Steve, take us out.
No, we're done. We're gonna end on you saying very nice things about me and being ready for the next.
You're so pretty, Steve.
Yes.
You're so pretty, Steve.
Fuck you, pick a movie.
Don't make it so
Bye, everybody.
See ya.
All of your enemies can kiss their ass goodbye. You're welcome, Mommy.
No.
Yes!
No.
Yes!
No, I
call bullshit! Face it! You wanted her dead! What are you doing? No!